What's up, Rob?
What's going on, man? Good to see you again.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How are
Definitely.
you?
The mustache is looking fantastic, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
The
no shave
mustache.
November, man.
Yeah,
Grass
man.
catch up.
Well, I don't have that problem. Well, I mean, I have to shave it. I don't know. My wife would appreciate if the beard went out a little bit more, but yeah, if I no shave November, I would look like a lumberjack at the end of at the end of the month. So,
I'm love
what's
you.
thanks so much, Eli, Todd. What's going on?
Not much.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Hello,
Doing.
hello.
Thank you. Great to
Hello,
see you.
hello.
Hello, 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 hello. So, listen, it's your first time or your fifth time. Like, welcome to the sales training call, right? We do this every week. This is my favorite thing to do here at Lasso. I love doing the sales training calls. We usually get a lot of really good stuff out of this, right? My goal always during these calls is to make them completely interactive. They are come and go as you please, of course. So if something comes up and you gotta go, no big deal. At the most, we'll run an hour. Typically what I like to do is like to come every week with something to talk about. And I'll kind of like talk about something and train on something. But these calls are only great if you guys interact with us, right? So, if you hear something, you want to add something, add something. If you have questions, and I will open them up, they're in the chat. So if you have any questions or anything that you'd like to go over on today's call, drop your questions in the chat. And when I get through what I want to train on, I will talk to you. I will answer questions. We'll do some role play, right, JP? We'll do a little role play. But the most important thing is that you guys get a lot of great value out of this, and we help you guys out with that most important parts of those sales processes. So, again, welcome. So let me dive into it. So today, the big thing that we'd like to share with you guys today is just a really great offer for you guys to do internally as we approach Black Friday and Cyber Monday, right? So a lot of gyms, they struggle with coming up with a great offer for Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and that doesn't essentially discount or low barrier offer, right? Because we never want to do that. We don't want to discount our services or low barrier offer too bad, because then you're going to get your gym filled with a whole bunch of cheapskates who are never going to sign up for long-term programs in the first place, right? But one of the things that we also always want to get better at is we want to get better at capturing referrals, because I know this is going to sound weird coming from a guy who works for a lead company, but your best leads are always going to be word of mouth, right? And I think everybody knows that. Your best leads are going to be walked into the gym. Your best leads are going to be referred by your existing members, right? So we've got a great offer that we want to talk about today as we go into Black Friday and Cyber Monday that will capture two things for you. It'll give you the ability to get some new members into the gym. And number two, it'll give you a great opportunity to incentivize your existing members and make them an asset to your referrals and to your pipeline of capturing other leads, right? And so this deal, I call it the give a month, get a month deal, right? And we do this mostly, this is just for group fitness, but I'll show you how to tweak this for personal training as well, right? Especially if you do both group fitness and personal training. So the give a month, get a month offer, this is something that you're going to do in-house. This isn't something that you're advertising externally, right? We're not changing the game on how we do any of these things. This is simply an internal, inside your walls offer, right? And here it is. It's very simply packaged like this. You're going to tell your members, hey, we're running this great Black Friday through Cyber Monday deal. And here's the deal. We would like for you to refer your friends. If you have friends, people who are interested in coming, right? It's always better when you work out with friends. If you can refer some friends who are really genuinely interested in coming to work out with you, we're going to give them an exclusive offer. Okay. This offer is not advertised. This is only for our members as a thank you and for you to help us help you get some more friends to come work out with. And the offer is simple. It is a BOGO deal, right? It is a BOGO, buy one, get 1 month free. And you're going to give this to your friend, right? So the athlete or your member, they are now your asset in doing this. They're going to do the work for you, because here's how I really package this. When I sent out the initial email, the email read, this Black Friday through Cyber Monday, get up to a year for free. What do you think my click-through rate on that email was to my members? My average click-through rate is about 70, 75% on my weekly or monthly emails. This one had a 95% open rate. Okay. It had a 95% open rate because if you're a member at a gym somewhere and they say, hey, you can get up to a year for free this Black Friday, I'm interested, right? And so the offer is you can refer up to 12 people. Those people that you refer, you're going to give them a BOGO deal. That is exclusive deal that you are giving them. And here's how this works, right? So they have to buy Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So that's the window. They've got to pay for that first month. Boom, they got to pay for that first month. Black Friday through Cyber Monday. Their first month they are paying for, which would essentially be December. Their second month is free, which is January. Okay. Now listen to this little nugget. I'll let it sink in for a second. The referring member gets their free month when their referral makes their second payment. Now, let that sit and simmer for a second. Okay. My goal at my gym, and I hope it is yours as well, is that I want to fill my gym with people who are going to give me at least 90 days to prove concept, to help establish consistency, and to show a result. So I have leveraged this deal to essentially keep them in my gym for at least 90 days and incentivize my members to do the work for me, right? And so it's very simple. They pay for December, they get January free. And we're going to tell them they're automatically going to roll into an automatically month-to-month membership after that, unless they choose to cancel. But their referring member will not get their free month for months until that person pays on February. So that gives you the ability to control this. You're not going to get essentially screwed over by having people refer a whole bunch of people, do a BOGO deal, and then you give out a whole bunch of free months and all those people leave after 2 months, right? Your member is going to make sure that they help you by keeping that person engaged for those 90 days as well. So now you've got another asset in your gym. They're going to help you make sure that person goes those 90 days because they're not going to get their free month until that person essentially makes their payment to get them through those first 90 days. Here's another benefit to you, right? You are essentially in the month of December, you're going to get both of those members will pay. In the month of January, just the referring member is paying. And then by the time you get to February, right, now you've got the new member who's paying. So you're never really losing any MRR on it. You're just adding more and you're giving yourself a potential to gain yourself more clients through the holidays that are going to become at least members through the next 12, 16, 24 months, depending on what your average leg is, right? So it does a lot of really great things for you. But most importantly, right, you're incentivizing your members and having them help you refer more members and get more friends into the gym, right? And then you're incentivizing them by giving them a free month. Absolutely. If you refer me 12 people come February, you're good until next February. Absolutely. So that's our little Black Friday and through Cyber Monday deal. This is an internal offer that you want to give to your members. However you want to package it or word it is always up to you completely. And you can make your own little twists and spins. What I'm doing with my gym is because Black Friday and Cyber Monday is essentially the last Friday of the month, and Thanksgiving is that week. Got people are gathering family and friends. It's the perfect time for me to do a bring a friend week. So I'm actually packaging it with a bring a friend week. If you're a gym who does free trials, this would be an awesome opportunity for you to give those members, hey, here's a free week that you can give to your friends. And if they sign up by Black Friday or Cyber Monday or Black Friday through Cyber Monday, you can give them that BOGO deal. So however you want to package that, whether it's bring a friend, whether it's a free week, a free class, whatever you want to do to try to incentivize those people to come in and check out the gym so that they will sign up for your offer. You've got full autonomy to do it. So that was my big hopeful value add for you guys today. I know it's not sales training, but this is a great way for you to market to your members right now. And if you're looking and searching for, hey, what am I going to do for Black Friday, Cyber Monday? This is a great way to do that. Now, somebody will say to me, all right, Rob, here's my other caveat, right? If you're doing personal training, semi-private training, if you've got MTOs and HTOs, you probably want to have a conversation with those people, right? You still want to do your no sweat intro. You still want to have a consultation, because if these people need more than just group fitness and you have those offerings in your gym, you still want to have that chat, right? So in my package, right, it's yes, we want you to bring your friend. We got bring your friend, they sign up, they get a BOGO deal, and included in that BOGO is a goal setting session, right? That goal setting session is my secret no sweat intro. I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes with that new member. We're going to bring on in and we're going to have that no sweat intro, right? Dig to the whys. What brought you in? What brought you by? Oh, Jan referred you, right? Well, what made you want to come out and try the gym? What have you been doing, right? Now we're back to what we talked about last week, right? The doctor's office, right? What brought you by? How long have you been thinking? You know, how long has this been going on? Or how long have you been thinking about it? What have you been doing until you came, right? What are your goals? What does success look like for you? How is this going to be better? And then if you have InBodies or measuring tools, right? Hey, let's get them on the InBody. Let's see if we can make a plan. If you notice when this person comes in and does their workout, this person might need personalized interventions. This is a great opportunity for you to talk to them and be like, hey, you know what? I know you want to work out with Judy, and Judy referred to you. We're so happy that Judy came, right? We're so happy that she came, and we're so happy to have you and have you here. But here's something that I noticed. I noticed when you're working out, you know, you were struggling a little bit with X, Y, and Z. And then from what you told me, it seems like you haven't been working out for a while, right? And so because you haven't been working out for a while, I would love to search you out on this, right? And then you can talk about some personalized interventions, personal, semi-private. If you're a CrossFit, maybe it's on-ramp, right? Hey, how's your nutrition? You're adding those nutrition add-ons. Those are mid-ticket and higher ticket offers. So I think what happens next is, well, what about my BOGO, right? Here it is. It's very simple, right? If your monthly membership is $200 a month, just give them $200 off whatever their package is. If they do a mid-ticket or high-ticket offer, if somebody's doing $1,000 a month package, would you give them $200 off that first month? Absolutely. Why not? Why not? Right? If they're going to do 90 days, that's $3,000. If it costs you $200 to that's a no-brainer, right, guys? So that's how you would apply that discount or honor that deal if that person upgrades to an MTO, an on-ramp, a high-ticket offer, or a foundations offering. So you just go ahead and take whatever that person would do if they just did group fitness, the discount that they would receive, and just apply it at point of sale. That way they got everything they need. All right. So that's how you do it, right? So you're going to market this internally, right? You're going to incentivize your members. You're going to make this a great thing for them, right? They're going to get free months. They're going to get more friends that they know working out at the gym, and they're going to be able to provide their friends an exclusive deal that only they can provide them, right? Scarcity, exclusivity, right? Wow, you can only get this deal if because Jan referred you. We're not marketing this outside externally, right? So you hook them up with that, and then you want to make sure that you at least create a system, especially if you're a gym who really looks for those personalized interventions, hybrid memberships, semi-private, private training, nutrition, and you want to get better quality athletes in their long term. Have a system in place that when these folks do come in, you have an opportunity to at least have that NSI or at least a mini NSI with them. So that way you can continue progressing them into the right options. And if you sell somebody just on personal semi-private training or some of those higher tickets, use that BOGO to give them a discount and just move them right along through your process. So I hope that adds some tremendous value for you guys. It's like while you're thinking and churning, and it's the first week of November, the first full week of November. So you have 3 weeks to really get going, but this is the week to like, if this is what you're going to run, you need to come up with your plan. You need to start getting the marketing ready, whatever you're going to do as far as like emails, or if you're going to text message your clients, or if you're going to post it in the app, if you're going to do a poster or something inside your gym. I recommend whatever you think is best, but I do all of the above. I do a gym flyer, flyers in the bathrooms and showers. We do email blasts. We tell the coaches. We even put deals like this. We put it at the top of our workout of the day. So when people come in, they see them on the TV screen right on top of our workouts. So they say it, hey, don't forget, bring a friend last week in November. If they sign up Black Friday through Cyber Monday, they get a BOGO deal and you get a free month when they make their second payment. All right. So start thinking about that now, and you should be executing by Monday. You should be starting to have stuff out in your gyms and in your buildings. Train your staff up on it. Make sure everybody in your organization knows exactly how it's supposed to go so that you can deploy it effectively. And then you guys are going to be golden. So I'm excited. Do you guys have any questions on that offer or any thoughts, opinions? We're open up, guys. Feel free to unmute yourselves, chat with me. What are you thinking?
Robert, can you explain that the payment situation again? So in terms of the member and the person you're drawing in.
Absolutely. Yes. So here's how the payment works. Okay. So first of all, let's premise this with this is only going to be valid Black Friday through Cyber Monday, right? So Friday through Monday of the last weekend of November, first week of December, right? The referring member, right? They've referred somebody to you. They're giving them a BOGO deal, right? So that new client, the new person, they're paying for December, they get January for free, and then they automatically roll into a month-to-month membership unless they cancel, okay? The referring member will get their free month when the person makes their second payment, which essentially becomes February because they're paying for December, they get January for free, and then they start paying as a regular full-fledged member come February. So that's twofold because I don't want to give away free months because here's the right. I'm trying to set the table for us to have the most success. My goal is to get 90 days from everybody, right? If I can get 90 days, I can lock you in. I can show you how to prioritize. I can show you a result. You're engaged in my community. You're going to be happy, right? But if you give people just a BOGO with nothing attached to it, you could get a lot of people. You get a lot of members who are like, hey, come do this. You're going to get 2 months for the price of one, or essentially 50% off. And if you do this without any ramifications, I get free months, right? So you don't want to put yourself in that position because you could get a whole bunch of people take advantage of that. So for me, I don't want to give that second month. I don't want to give that free month to the referring member until I've gotten that third month or essentially that second payment from the new member, because I want to at least, for the price I'm paying to give this person a free month, I want to at least get the opportunity to show this person 90 days of fitness in my building. Does that make sense?
So you said referring member gets their month free after the person that's coming in pays for their February, hypothetically.
Correct. Right. When they make their second payment, because that new member is going to pay between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They're going to pay that first month, which is December. You're going to give them January for free. And then when they make their February payment, that's your trigger to give that referring member their free month. And then I told them they can do up to 12 people. So that's how I pitch it as get up to a year free.
Awesome. Thanks, Robert.
Yeah, man. I hope that's helpful. Any other questions? No questions on that. Great. I hope that's super helpful for you guys. Okay, let's do this now. Let's open it up. Last week we talked about spousal objections. We trained on essentially how to do a spousal objection by preemptively asking questions to try to, get past that. What have you guys been seeing in the last week? Has there been anything that you've been struggling with in the process? And I'll give you some ideas. We could talk about messaging and talking to clients via text message. We can talk about discovery calls and phone calls. We can talk about the sales process in general, or we can talk about objections that you have and anything that you've seen and how to overcome that. So I'll open up the floor if anybody's got anything they'd like to talk about.
Frequent issue we'll see is commitment to a class, but then a no-show and a ghost.
Yeah, so for you guys, so just bring everybody up to speed. So JP and the Metabolic, right? There. That's better. So JP and anybody in the Metabolic system, their goal is it's a discovery call, right? So their leads come in, it's a quick discovery call, and their flow is from discovery call, I'm booking you into a free workout. And then after that free workout, it's the presentation. It's like, hey, how was the workout? And then let's get you started, right? So what JP's talking about is in his process, and it's not uncommon for a lot of folks that will get that great discovery call, and then we're booking them into a free trial workout, and then they don't show up, right? So what are some of the, so your question is, what are some things that we can do to try to get more people to show up for those free workouts, right? Okay, so I think that the first question that I always say is that and I know that you guys are doing this, but I want to say it for the whole group, right? The first and most important thing is speed to that class, right? So if you're talking to somebody, it's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday afternoon here. If it's Wednesday afternoon and I talk to you on the phone, my goal is to get you to come down for that free workout tonight or tomorrow, right? Anything beyond that definitely increases your chance of ghost, right? Is urgency and scarcity. I need you to come in now. You know, we only have so many spots available. And that's tremendous, right? So we want to make sure that we do that. So that's number one. And I know that you guys are doing that, but I want to reiterate that for the group. Most important. And this is if you're doing no sweat intros as well, guys. If you're doing free classes, free trials, or no sweat intros, you want to make sure that the most important thing is when you talk to that lead, right? If it's Wednesday afternoon, they're coming in tonight or they're coming in tomorrow. And I'm not accepting or I'm not booking anything other than that. If they refuse, I'm going to coach them up, right? Hey, look, Janet, I understand you're busy, right? My program is going to require you to come in 4 times a week plus, right? If you don't have if you don't have 30 minutes or 45 minutes to squeeze in a workout in the next day or two, how are you going to find time to squeeze in 4 next week, right? So I'll put it back on them, right? So that's number one. Number two, also, I know it's a volume game, right? But we do want to make sure that the people that we're talking to, that they understand the urgency, right? So leveraging things to people like, hey, are you ready to get started right now? That sounds great. That is one of my favorite end of like last question on a discovery call. Are you ready to get started right now? Great. Cool. I'm booking you in. For you guys with free classes, using this language, and I'm not sure if you do, but using this language. Hey, Janice, I'm going to go ahead and book you into class tomorrow night. It is the last spot that I have available currently. So I'm holding a spot in class exclusively for you. So please make sure that you're here 10 minutes early. If something were to come up, would you please just let me know, because I've got a wait list now. Right. So that's, creating scarcity and urgency, letting people know that you're holding a spot for them, that there is only limited amounts. Because here's the other thing, and I want you guys to remember this. And I talk about this when I talk about value and when people ask about price. I genuinely believe that 90% of the people that we talk to on the phone or that comment on the leads, they think we're like a Crunch Fitness or a Planet Fitness or an LA Fitness or a UFit, and the group classes that we're doing are Les Mills Body Pump, right? They just think that we're sitting around all day waiting for them to come in and out as they please. They don't understand what structured, and coached group fitness looks like. Right? They just think it's the Les Mills Body Pump at the YMCA or something, right? So I think that it's important to let people know, like, hey, I only have 14 spots available in this class, and I'm holding essentially the last spot for you. So please make sure that you're here tomorrow, 10, 15 minutes early. I want to show you around, get you set up for class. If anything were to come up, please let me know. All right. So that's one way. I personally don't do this. I've heard of people taking credit card information to hold the spot. I don't recommend it. I feel like if I don't know you and you're going to ask me for a credit card over the phone, I don't think I'm going to do that. I would never give anybody my credit card over the phone. Here's what I would say. And that's why I don't think this is a good method. If you were to ask me, hey, you know what, Robert, I got you a spot in the class and I know I'm coming, right? But hey, I need you to put a credit card down, because if you don't show up, I'm going to charge you a no-show fee of $10. Right? Is that fair? For me, that's 100% fair, but I'm not going to give you my credit card over the phone. You know what I'm going to say to you? Hey, do you have a secure link you could send me? And I'd be happy to upload my card information to hold my spot. Right? So if I'm genuinely interested, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Right? So that's that. I think that, honestly, just really doing your very best to try to speed to lead, right? So speed to booking, making sure that you're booking that as quickly as possible, and then doing what you can to leverage to people that, hey, I'm holding a spot for you. Or those of you with no sweat intros, right? This is my message. Hey, listen, I work off of appointments. I'm coming in specifically to meet with you. Right. So please make sure that you're there. Please make sure you respond to the appointment reminder. And if something were to come up, please give me the courtesy to let me know. So that way I don't show up and for a ghost. I will tell people that. Right. Because if people, again, let's go back to my previous point. People think that we're just sitting around all day. Oh, yeah, gym's open from 7 to 7. So I'm just sitting here all day waiting for Sharon to show up. And if she doesn't, oh, well, I'm there at work. No, they need to know, like, hey, we work off of appointments. This isn't the 24-hour fitness, right? Like we're waiting for you. And I think that always helps the show rate. Yeah. What do you think, JP?
No, the speed to the class, like how quickly, yeah, that's always trying to get them the day of,
Mhm.
day of or day after.
Yeah.
As far as I don't know if we have any like secure links or anything like that where we could send for like to hold their card, like use their card to hold their spot.
Like I said, I've heard of people doing this. I personally don't recommend it. I don't think it's a
Yeah.
good business practice, right? I would much rather use language that makes people feel like they're being held an exclusive spot. And if they don't show up, it's going to cost that business money. Does that always work? No, not people don't care. They don't care about you, right? But could it help? Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
I know that it's
Also,
hard. Go ahead.
something I talked about with gosh dang it, David. Dave was calling, leaving a voicemail
Yes.
beforehand to maybe like 2 hours. I will set a reminder on my phone, 2 hours,
Absolutely.
hour before.
Absolutely. That's a really great point too. So like if you have the ability, right, a little personal touch is to leave that voicemail, hey Shelly, it's JP. I just wanted to let you know, looking forward to seeing you in class. If you have any questions, let me know, right? So they know that you're there, right? So those of you that use Grow and Go High Level, if you use the app from your phone, you have a really great ability to send people a video. I do that, right? If I have a great discovery call with somebody and then I've got an appointment with them tomorrow, I'll shoot them a quick video. Hey, Jan, it's Robert. Just on my way back from the gym, was thinking about our appointment tomorrow and our call. I can't wait to hear more about XYZ. I'll see you tomorrow at 3:00. That way they know, like, it's that extra level of like that extra personal touch. Hey, I'm a human being. We had a conversation. We connected. I'm coming in to meet with you. I'm on this, like this ball has left the train has left the station, right? So like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm on the train. If you're not getting on my train, you got to at least tell me so I don't end up sitting with her waiting for a ghost, right?
Yeah, waiting for somebody not to show up.
Right.
Okay, nice. And then I guess another one after that. So say come in, take the class, end up not signing up, right? The be back always. How many touches generally within the next week or 2 weeks do you recommend? Like, obviously not too much. You don't want to harass them, but not like two, right?
I think in the first 7 days, it's one a day, right? It's one a
One
day
day.
for 7
One a day.
days, right? And then week 2, it's every other day. And then by the time you get after that, it's long-term lead nurture, right? It's every couple of days.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, cool. And then
go ahead.
phone call, text message, and not phone calls, right? Or
text message, yeah. And I alternate, right? Send a text one day, call the next. Then send a text one day, call it a different time next, right? So
okay.
just alternate those, right? So,
but
listen, hey, you know what? Honestly, I don't like having to touch that way. As you know, I want them to leave. I want to know when they left, they're either going to sign up or they're not, right?
Yeah,
so always continue to just work as hard as you can and coach them up, right? Just keep asking questions. I think that's the most important thing that I can share with you guys is that the best closers, the people with the highest closing percentage, those are the people who just keep asking questions and don't accept, I'll think about it, right? Like, hey, what do you got to think about? You already drove all the way down here. You already drove all the way down here. You took the class. You told me that you've been struggling, getting results. We're here. What's holding you back? Right? Well, I don't know. I got to think about it. Well, what are you going to think about? Let's talk it over. What are you going to think about? Or, hey, yeah, I'm going to go home and think about it tonight. I'm going to call you back tomorrow. Or let's talk tomorrow. Great. Hey, before you go, I just want to make sure that I'm prepared. What is it that you have to think about? Or was there something that I didn't cover? Do you have more questions? Like, I've got more time. I'm not in a rush. What are you thinking about? Let me see if I can help you. Right. Well, I don't know right. Because if you ask these questions, they've got to respond to you. Right. And so I'm trying to get to something that's actually the real reason why they're not signing up right now. Right. And it could be any number of reasons. It could be financial. It could be timing of classes. It could be they didn't like the workout or they didn't connect with it. And all of those reasons are okay. I just want to know which one it is so that I can address it, right? If they didn't like the workout or the experience, right? Like, hey, let's dig in on that. What about the workout didn't you like, right? Put your coaching hat on. What about the workout didn't you like? Well, I didn't like, we were doing, hang power cleans. And I've never done that before in my life. And I don't think I want to do that. Is this CrossFit? Like, I don't know, right? Like you hear that all the time and you're like, hey, you know what? Plug your ears, CrossFitters. CrossFit didn't invent cleans. Cleans are not CrossFit. right?
Well,
They
they didn't.
didn't, CrossFit didn't invent cleans, right? So like, no, but listen, but these are the right questions to ask, right? If somebody didn't connect to the workout or the community, then you can have a conversation and see if you can help them, right? Help them overcome. And maybe you can diagnose it and say, hey, you know what? Why don't you come back in and try another class tomorrow? I'll be here. It'll be a different style class. Maybe you'll like that. But also, right, digging to the whys. Like, what about the class didn't you like? Oh, you were uncomfortable. Well, hey, that's the whole point of joining. You told me that you weren't getting results. You've never done this before. Maybe doing something like this with the right coaching and training will get you the result that you're actually looking for. I understand there's fear of the unknown. I'm here to coach you through it. Let me help you, right? Let me help you with that stuff. So that's why you always want to keep asking questions. That's why you always want to keep asking people, what is it that's holding you back, right? If it's finances, great. Hey, is it the total number? It's Wednesday. If I got you signed up now and held your payment till Friday, would that help? Right? I hear it all the time. I know a lot of people who do like, if you're doing free trials, right? 3 days or weeks, and people are say, oh, I try to sell them on the time that they sign up so that they don't do the free trial, right? And sometimes we do a hip pocket offer, right? Hey, I'll give you $25 off if you don't take the free week and you sign up right now, right? A lot of times people don't take that because they're afraid to tell you that, oh, I don't get paid till Friday. And so I was thinking about doing the free week because that'll get me through to payday, right? But if you just ask the right question, right? Hey, what is it? What's stopping you today? Well, I don't have the money. I said, well, I understand that. Is it the price in total, or just today? Oh no, I get paid on Friday, or hey, I get paid on next Tuesday. No problem. Give me your card right now. I'll sign you up. We'll charge you on Tuesday. People are like, oh, okay, I can do that. Yeah, that's better, right? Don't let them walk, right? Because if you let them walk, they have no reason to respond to you. They have no reason to come back. There's nothing holding them there, right? If it's a spousal objection, right? We talked about that last week. We can overcome. I can talk to my wife. Did your wife know you're coming down here? Does she know the things that you told me? Is she on board? Is she supportive of these things? Right? What is it? What is it that you have? Is it the price? Is it the timing? Right? Maybe people are, if they're group fitness minded, maybe they're worried that they can't make the classes work. Metabolics, you want them to come 4 or 5 days a week. Maybe they're looking at their schedule like, man, I don't think I can come 4 or 5 days a week, right? I work late and your last class is this, right? How many times have you had a conversation with somebody, coaching them to take action? Right? Let me give you a for instance. I don't know if I can fit this in my work schedule. Well, what's going on? Well, I work, you want me to come 4 nights a week, but 2 nights a week, I work until 7 o'clock and your last class starts at 7 o'clock. So I won't even be able to fulfill that obligation. So I'm worried that I won't fit in here. Well, I hear what you're saying, Dave. Hey, Dave, what time do you start work? Well, I start work at 9. Dave, I got a 5 a.m. class with your name written all over it. Oh, I don't know. 5 a.m. is too early. Dave, I thought you were serious about this, man, right? Like, what's getting up an hour earlier to get your workout in? You know what? The people that work out early in the morning, if you don't do it, you might look at them like freaks. But I'm going to tell you what, those people, they get energy right away. They get their day done. They get their workout done. They get their shower in and they're ready to face their day. They don't have the obligation of working out weighing on them. They're flexible the rest of the day. And guess what, Dave? It might suck the first week or two, but like once you get into the groove of doing it, it becomes habit, just like anything else. You told me that you were struggling with this for the last 4 years. I'm here to help you. Don't let an hour of sleep get in the way of you achieving your fitness goals. Don't you want this so that you can be a better husband and have more energy and be better at home and work? Right? You're leveraging the whys to coach them to take action on what it is that they want. Approach problems with solutions. And if you can do that, you can overcome most objections. Make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Never let them walk. So for me, right, like that's always my thing. I if you've been on my calls before, I will literally chase you out the door into your car, asking you questions until you answer my questions, or you get in the car, or you call me a name. That's fine too, because at the end of the day, I just met you, and I'm advocating and I'm fighting for you, and I want to know, as a human being, as somebody who cares, that when that person left, I did everything that I can to try to get them to take action on what it is that they came to me for and what they told me they want. And if they didn't, at least I know they're either A, not ready, or B, they just weren't connected with what I had here. And either way, I'm okay with those results, right? Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Will, it's always good to see you on here, man. How is everybody how's everybody with overcoming objections these days, right? I know we touched on it a couple of calls ago, but this is the time of year you're gonna get a lot of the holidays. Wait until January. Anybody starting to get any of that stuff yet? No, that's good. I don't think you'll get them until like Thanksgiving. The week between like Thanksgiving and Christmas gets really difficult, right? You'll get leads to opt in, but these people are opting in because they want to get your stuff because they want to take action in January, right? So be prepared. The week between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're going to still see people opting in, but it is not uncommon to get more resistance of people not wanting to come in for that free trial or that consultation, or them coming in, but then dropping that whole, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got family in town, this and everything. I just don't think I have time to get started until January. So couple things. Let's just, I know we talked about this a few weeks ago, but I do want to just touch on that so we can have that in our brain of what we're going to do when that comes up, right? So there's a couple of things, right? So it's either A, you can say, try to coach them through it. Hey, I get it. The holidays are a busy time. You may also feel overwhelmed because this isn't something that you're prioritizing right now. But check it out. It's the first week of December. It's second week of December, right? Why wait? Bye, JP. Thank you. Why wait? Why wait until January if you can get started now? Right? So if you can get started now, you're going to get 2-3 weeks ahead of everybody else. So you're going to try to coach them through this. And if you can, great. And if you can't, no problem. So what else can you do? Very simple. Hey, you know what? No problem. I'll go ahead and take your credit card right now and we'll start your membership on January 1st. Why not? Right? Why not? Right? And then if they're not going to give you your card, whoa, wait a second. You told me that you're ready to get started on January 1st. So if you're ready to get started on January 1st, what's your reluctancy for me to go ahead and set all this stuff up for you now so that you're ready to go on the 1st, right? Now we've got another, right? So now that's a professional way of calling BS, right? Hey, yeah, oh, great. It all sounds good. Great. I'll be back on January 1st. No, I'm going to give you this right now. We're going to set it up right now and I'll set your billing up for January 1st. I forgot my credit card. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't come down here for a free trial or you didn't come down here for a consultation without any sense of form of payment in your pocket. That is total BS as well, right? So yeah, look, professional ways to keep the conversation going, calling people out, right? Hey, okay, well, if you can't, what's your holdback? What's the concern, right? So prepare yourself for those and those kind of objections, right? Oh, wait till the 1st. Great. No problem. I'll take your card now. We'll charge you on the 1st. Sounds good. Right. But first, right, try to overcome it first. Like I would rather you get started now, right? You're excited about it. You took your free class or we just did your consultation. I get it's busy. Doing something is better than doing nothing, right? You have to tell these people. So many people come to us with the all or nothing mentality, right? It's got to be all of it or none of it. No. That's not it at all, Judy. Judy, if you started now, even if you came 2 or 3 times in the next week, and then you came 2 or 3 times the week after that, you're already moving the needle. You're going to show up on January 1st, 2 weeks ahead. You're already starting to create the habit. Why delay this another 2 weeks? And if you can find a way to push this in now while you feel like you're so busy, imagine when you really are busy, how much easier it's going to be for you to prioritize that. And that's really the secret, right? The secret to success, the answer to which workout is the best one is, drumroll, the one you do 3 to 4 times a week consistently for a long enough period of time to move the needle, right? And that's where most of our people are failing. They're failing because they have not committed to anything for a consistency and period long enough to create a habit and show a result. That is it. When I ask questions in my consultations, they're rhetorical to me because I know the answer. I'm asking them for you. I want you to verbalize it and I want it to come out of your mouth so that then I can grab it, repeat it back to you, and then have you go like this. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I know I'm right. Right? This is the number one reason. And I love leveraging like, hey, Julie, you did F45, you did Orange Theory. You told me you never stuck with it. You didn't see the result. What's going to be different this time? Right? You're going to come. You think that our workout is any different, that it's gonna actually stick and get results? Or maybe what I'm hearing is I asked you a really, really important question. When was the last time you did XYZ 3 to 4 times a week consistently for 90 days? And you told me never. So here's the deal. What I'm offering you now is an opportunity to come to a place that's going to hold you accountable to what you really need. And that's 3 to 4 workouts a week. And if you don't show up, we're going to call you. We're going to hound you. I'm going to come knock on your door, Judy. If I haven't seen you in a week, I'm knocking on your door with some bands and a couple of dumbbells. We're going to get that workout in right there. They laugh. They're like, are you really going to do that? I said, I might. Don't find out. Okay? Don't find out. But really, right, this is the picture that we have to paint for people. We have to help them understand what the real problem is. It's not the gyms they've been going to. It's not the workouts. It's their unawareness of the fact that they have lacked consistency and accountability, consistent for a periodization long enough to actually net a result and create a healthy habit, right? And that's our big, and maybe they have in the past, but what brought them to your door today is it's been a while, right? So let's leverage that with why we're different, with why we charge what we charge. And let's paint the picture of what success looks like. If we can do that, and we can also bundle that with a really great consultation that digs to the whys, and you can connect them to what they're really, really looking for and what really has been the struggle, they're going to buy 9 out of 10 times, and you're going to build that trust that's going to get them to where they want to go. And that's really the secret to doing an amazing consultation, right? The secret to doing an amazing consultation is taking the time as a human being to ask the right questions, right? To listen to what people tell you, and then take what they're telling you and dig even deeper, right? Dig a little deeper. Really, that's interesting, right? What have you done? Let's go back to that. What have you done in the past, right? That doctor's office question. Hey, what have you done at home to try to fix this, right? What have you done in the past? Well, I was doing F45. Well, hold on. I'll say this all the time, right? All right, hold on. So you're doing F45 for a year and you didn't get a result that you were looking for? Oh, that's crazy. Let me ask you a follow-up to that. When was the last time you went to F45 4 days a week consistently for 90 days? I'm not a huge fan of F45, but I know that if you're struggling with weight loss and you go to F45 4 days a week for 90 days, you're going to lose weight, right? Don't we all agree? Right? We all agree, right? So I'm trying to show you it's not the workout, it's you. But I'm trying to do it in a nice way, right? I'm trying to do it in a nice way. I'm trying to ask the right questions so that you could say never. And then I can repeat it back. So you mean to tell me that you went to F45 for a year and never did they make sure that you came in 3 to 4 times a week consistently for 90 days? No, they didn't call you a tech. No. Well, let me tell you about what we do, right? So when you get to the presentation, right, and you've got some anchor points. She hasn't gone to a gym consistently 3 to 4 days a week for 90 days. So you're going to leverage that in the value prop and the presentation, right? Judy, you told me that you've been struggling with weight loss for the last 4 or 5 years. You told me that you tried F45 and you were never really got to a place where you attended consistently enough to get some movement. You came to me today because you've really been struggling. You saw the ad on Facebook. We went on the InBody. It shows us this. We definitely agree that we need to move the needle in this direction. Here's what we're going to do for you. What we're going to do for you is we're going to create a plan that's going to get you to come to the gym 3 to 4 times a week over the next 90 days and then beyond. Because if I can help you establish that pattern of consistency and accountability, you're going to 100% get a goal, get a result, right? And I'm going to hold you accountable by X, Y, and Z, whatever you do for accountability. If you're a CrossFit, you talk about your committed club, right? You talk about, hey, if I don't see you, I'm going to reach out to you. Hey, I'm going to come knock on your door with dumbbells and a band. Right? You're gonna leverage that because that's what sets us apart from everybody else, is the fact that everybody on this call is obsessed with results and providing people solutions to their problems by leveraging consistency and accountability through coached and directed training with proper periodization enough to show a result, right? And that's the difference. That's why we charge $220 for group fitness, right? As opposed to $59 at Crunch with your Les Mills body pumps, right? That's the difference. That's why we charge $225 instead of the $149 they're charging at F45. Because if you don't show up, we're going to call you. Because we want you to get a result. We are not a volume-based business. Our goal is not to get 2,000 members that pay every month but don't show up. Our goal is to get a couple hundred members that are actually getting results and paying a fair value for those results. That's how you grow and get success, right? Yeah, I love it. I love you guys. All right, 15 minutes. Guys, anything else? Let me check the chats. I got nothing. I got no questions in the chats. Guys, is there anything that you're struggling with right now? Anything? Text messaging, phone calls, overcoming objections. Talk to me. Nothing? All right. All right. Okay, you guys are feeling good then. I love this. All right. So here's what we're going to do then, right? As always, if you guys, hopefully you guys took some great value out of it. Today's call, we talked about Black Friday through Cyber Monday offers. Okay. We talked about overcoming, we talked about getting people speed to lead and booked and into your gym for a consult or an NSI, and how to do it quickly and how to try to talk to them to make it seem like you're coming in specifically for them, which you are, right? So that it decreases your chances of getting ghosted or no-showed, right? We talked about overcoming objections when it comes to, people unwilling to sign up on the day of, right? On those trials, financial objections, continuing to ask the questions. So I think that what I always want you guys to do is continue to work on these things, right? Role play within your gym, role play with your spouse or significant other. When I was starting out, I would randomly call my wife in the middle of the day, and when she answered, I would go into a discovery call. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, just play along, right? But practice these things, right? Practice makes perfect, because I don't want you guys to be scripted. I want you guys to feel comfortable, because when you feel comfortable in your conversation, you have confidence. And when you have confidence, people feel that, right? Remember, the people who are coming to us are struggling. They don't want to feel like you're struggling too, because if you're struggling, how are you going to help them, right? So I want you to have that confidence. Remember, if you get lost in questions to ask on a phone call or questions to ask in person, think of the doctor's office, right? What's the doctor going to ask you? What brought you in? How long has this been going on? What have you tried to fix it? What does success look like for you? i.e., what are your desired results? And are you ready to get started now, right? And then doing some sort of examination to show them where they are now compared to where they want to be, right? Whether it's an InBody, a 3D scanner, an overhead squat assessment, do something so that you can draw that line between where people think they are and where they actually are. This will always help you. And then when you make your presentations, you present on what it is that they value by digging to that why, understanding what really brought them in, showing them how you're going to help solve the problems that brought them to you in the first place, and then be willing to ask more questions if they're not ready to take action. Remember, it's not sales, it's coaching. You're just putting on your coach's hat and you're trying to coach them by asking the right questions and offering the right solutions to get them to take action so that they can have what they really, really want. And that's to be better, healthier, live longer, and prosper. Nanu. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. I'll give you guys 10 minutes back in your lives. Keep practicing. If you need anything from me, Slack me anytime. I love answering your questions. Drop them in Sales and Wins, and we'll get a recording of this up as well by the end of the day. So thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.